Only one arm today. When the market's down, you only get one arm.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
You still get the gong, but only one arm.
I agree with that. Market's down what is it, like 2%? That's nothing.
Yeah, not much.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
It's not bad.
It just looks a little scary because it always looks like it's going to fall off a cliff.
Yeah. Because we have 3 months of just S-ing the bed. So it's like,
Here we go. Here we go.
It was a pretty good week.
It wasn't a bad week. Yeah, for the week, we're still up, right? Let me see. We're still up for the week, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
started at LA Sheriff's Department. I don't know why a war would be started. Maybe I missed some news. There's not an obscene amount of helicopters flying around, if that's what you mean. So.
Ooh. What we see on TV sometimes is not reality.
Yeah, I know life hasn't changed here at all. But maybe there's big things happening. Who knows?
You never know.
Never know.
Who knows?
3 dead. 3 dead. Why? Who's shooting who? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. I hadn't heard anything, and no one called me and said, "Don't go out." So I think we're fine. Let's see weather. Oh man, I don't even want to tell you what the weather's going to be like today, Brandon.
Oh jeez.
But it's going to be in the 80s.
So warmer than here, dude. We're going to be in the fatty 20s at least. Man, it's going to be beautiful, beautiful. You know, we just cooking. We just go outside. We have a fire.
Missing grenade out of storage. Why do they just have? Like, what do the sheriffs need grenades for? I mean, maybe flashbangs and crowd grenades. Those tear gas ones. I could see that. Let's see. Is DeFi mining pool legit? Okay, first off, no. Listen to what you're. Just listen, Denny. Just read that sentence back to yourself. Look in the mirror and say, "Is DeFi mining pool legit?" No. No. What are you mining in DeFi? Loans. You're lending. So it's a lending pool. It's not a mining pool. What are they mining? They're not mining nothing. Kraken offers it. Well, then that's Kraken's marketing name for a lending product where they're lending your money and you're getting a piece of it. But there's no mining because, at least to my knowledge, DeFi doesn't run on any special protocol where you need a bunch of rigs to mine it like proof of work. So I don't think that's a thing. So I don't know what they're trying to say. I like Kraken. I do trust Kraken, but I would read into it and find out what it actually is. Well, they use USDT. All right. Anybody here know USDT that runs on Ethereum? Is there any mining of it? No. Proof of stake. That's it. So there's no mining. So this is just another clever marketing thing. I mean, that's fine. I like Kraken, but it's just lending. You're lending USDT to somebody that needs it, and you're getting some spread. And they probably socialize the losses so that if anybody gets blown up, it's that. So it's lending. Yeah, it's lending. Lending. Listen, lending. Listen, lending. All right. Brandon, you putting all your money in DeFi mining pool?
I don't use anything centralized anymore. Like anything, really. So any of those Kraken, Coinbase, nonsense.
Yeah.
None of it. So probably not in that DeFi mining pool.
All right.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're having fun with it. Maybe you want to lend.
I'm not.
All right. Cool.
I do have some USDC on Coinbase. But
what's that pay, like 2% now? 1%?
No, it's in the threes. But it's in the threes for doing nothing.
Yeah, that might go away. Right? That's what the banks want.
I don't think that would go away as long as it's not the stablecoin issuer itself offering those bonuses. You can't tell.
Then it's doing something. That means it's not doing nothing. That means they're reusing it.
Yeah.
Right?
For instance, you can buy.
Yeah, you're lending.
You can buy corporate paper at from a bank, and they make their money on your money because they're lending your money in a variety of ways. What this, and I like that Jamie Dimon is being vocal about it because it's good advertising. When he's worried that the stablecoin market's going to take a lot of bank deposits, his argument is, oh, they're not safe. Well, I mean, I don't know that I 1,000,000% disagree with him. Tether, safe or not safe? Show of hands in the chat. Is Tether safe or unsafe? And I want you to write out Tether is safe or Tether is unsafe. I want 116 answers.
I heard, and this might be a rumor, that some of the funds used, so I guess Venezuela used a lot of their money. They converted it into Tether, and then they split it amongst of wallets. And I guess Tether froze it all.
Yeah.
Tether can freeze anything at any time.
Yeah.
So would you say safe or not safe? Also, last week, a guy swapped out. He was swapping out of Tether into USDC, $250,000. He was just swapping straight across from one stable coin to the next. Somebody front ran it. The guy ended up getting MEV-botted, and he ended up getting $8,000 in USDC, which is not exactly Tether's fault, but still, it's linked to Tether. So it's like, dude, that was sketch, man. I don't even know how.
Where was he swapping those at?
I don't know. I didn't see what protocol he was using to swap.
That
might have been partially the problem.
Yeah, it's probably some low liquid crap, and someone got him.
Yes, that was rough, man.
Because I don't think that I feel like that's unlikely through like DeBridge.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, geez.
Yeah, that's some low liquidity crap. But anyway, Tether is not safe. Tether is unsafe. So the fact that Jamie Dimon paints with an unnecessarily wide brush, I kind of get it. Like, he's not completely wrong. All right, Brandon, go ahead.
Well, I don't know if you talked about this yet, but we might as well bring it up. So the Clarity Act was supposed to reach a decision yesterday.
That was just the markup, though, right? It was just the marked up version that they would then have to put to the floor.
Yeah, then they'd have to, but they were going to release that. Yeah, and they decided they weren't even going to release it after Brian Armstrong came out and opposed all of it. Basically, said after reviewing, and we'll go through each of these points because some of the points are valid, and some of them anyway. We'll talk about it. After reviewing the Senate banking draft text over the last 48 hours. Coinbase cannot support the bill as written. There's too many issues, including a de facto ban on all tokenized equities, DeFi prohibitions giving the government unlimited access to financial records and removing your right to privacy, erosion of the CFTC's authority, stifling innovation and making it subservient to the SEC, draft amendments that would kill rewards on stablecoins, allowing banks to ban their competition. He went on to say that he does think there's going to be a possible outcome for this, and he's optimistic, but this isn't the way. So the main thing that I think Nick talked about, or Nick and I, you were talking a little bit about this, and you brought up a good point. He's worried about them killing any rewards on stablecoins. So right now, in the centralized world of finance, if you take your fiat money and you put it in the bank, they reloan out your money 10 times. Well, they can use your money up to 9 times again.
Well,
and
yeah.
So because they can use
banks only exist because of our money. Banks don't have money. Yeah.
So they use your money, they loan it out 9 times, and they make anywhere, as we know from the mortgage rate's probably the lowest, which is like 6% now, up to 18 to 24 to 28% on your money.
If they're participating in those asset-backed credit markets like credit cards and stuff like that.
Yes. And because they do that, they're basically making 400% on your money a year. And because they're making 400%, they're willing to pay you 0.1% because that's how nice they are. So when you have your money in the bank, you're getting 0.1%. Stable coins came around and they changed that. They said, no, we're going to give you like, Coinbase 3%, and then some of the decentralized places let you park their money there and get a little bit more than that. But then they let you lend money, which is actually being used. So what he's saying is money sitting there doing nothing, like it isn't Coinbase. Right now, is the money lent out on Coinbase? Are they doing anything with it? The USDC?
Yes, I would assume that they're
I would assume too, but
to Morpho, yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's in those pools. They don't have a Coinbase pool.
Well,
but they have to be doing something with it.
Yeah, they're not just paying you to keep it there.
Okay, so then his argument for this is moot then, if that's true. I understood that it's just sitting there not being re-lent out in some way, shape, or form. But the lending protocols, like Denny mentioned above, DeFi lending.
There's nothing he can do
DeFi
about
mining.
That. Yeah.
Anyway, lending protocols, they can't do anything about. But if money's just sitting, so money, he has to have an argument somewhere. There must be a reason he brought this up. So money must be sitting there. USDC must be sitting there somewhere, earning 4% yield. And so he says JP Morgan doesn't want that, which I kind of agree with. Why should USDC get yield if it's just sitting there, not being lent out? Because there's no risk to the user, and it shouldn't be being paid yield from nothing. The user needs to know. For example, you and I are talking right now, don't know for sure whether or not that USDC is being used, which I think is a little bit dishonest, because you and I both think it's being used, because you can't just pay yield on something that's not being used. The Coinbase has not specifically said it's being used. So we put our money there, we just assume we're making 4% just because it's sitting there. But in reality, probably Coinbase is taking that money out and using it somewhere. So what needs to happen is there needs to be some transparency on that USDC.
Right.
Like, say they loan it out. They're getting paid 8%. They're going to pay you half, 4%. That makes sense to me. That's fine.
But
then
see,
you at least understand the risks.
That transparency should go both ways. Why Jamie Dimon doesn't like stable coins has nothing to do with dormant stable coins making money. He doesn't like the other end of it, is that if he gets the transparency he wants in stable coins, we might say, oh, what are you doing with my money, Jamie? I want to see everything you're doing with my money. I want to see what my dollar generated last year.
Yeah.
They don't like the other side of it. So he better be careful, because his arguments cut both ways. Those banks are screwed.
Yeah, but in what world would that ever pass, that we get to see transparency in our dollars?
Well, what would happen is people would say, I'm out. I'm not going to leave my money in the bank for nothing. Because remember,
right.
JP Morgan, they're going to allow you to start custodying Bitcoin and Ethereum. Well, it's probably not too long before they let you custody stable coins too.
The whole world will move to stable coins once all this is clear.
Yeah.
Because everything's clear. It's just like you said.
And that is big for Ethereum.
We're talking, they said $6 trillion will immediately come to stable coins from the fiat system once this is all clarified. And that's a lot of money.
And think about that. Even if only, oh God, I bet it's got to at least be half that would run on Ethereum.
Oh, 100% half. 100%,
so
right?
You take 3
100%.
trillion into the current Ethereum market cap, and again, it's not a direct corollary that the price goes up it's not, if you throw 3 trillion at a market, that it goes up by that specific amount, but it's probably good for a 4 to 7x on Ethereum. Maybe a 10x.
Yeah. I mean,
because if people try to front run it and stuff, so maybe you do get those crazy numbers that Tom Lee was suggesting, 30,000 for Ethereum.
It could easily happen. Yeah, easily happen.
I would my britches.
Ethereum is in a good spot. It's the place where everything's going to be tokenized. I don't have the graphic, but I know there's a graphic that got posted last week. The amount of stable coins on Ethereum is increasing. The amount of stable coins on Solana dropped in half over the last 6 months or something. People are leaving Solana, coming back to Ethereum now that the meme coin trade is over. And so Ethereum definitely has a really strong outlook, I would say, regarding like all this stuff.
Yeah.
All this stuff. Anyway, that was the big one that I saw. Anything else in his little contradictions to the Clarity Act that you saw or had qualms with?
No, I mean, and a lot of these things that were thrown in late were things that were thrown in by the kind of, I don't know what it is. I don't even know that they're not even left wing. They're like wingnut left wing. The Elizabeth Warren and company.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
Right. She had her hands all over this. They made 138 amendments to the one the House passed or something like that. Something crazy like that. Adding all these like basically
they did it on purpose. They put enough amendments that it can never pass. It's like
right.
You have a bill that you think is going to be good, but because you have opposition, Elizabeth Warren gets in there. So you have a bill that's going to give every American household $1,000 to get through the winter, right?
Right.
Elizabeth Warren comes through because it's a Republican bill. She comes in and amends it with and also we're going to give Stinger missiles to 6-year-olds in Africa. And you're like, wait, what? We can't allow this to go through, giving Stinger missiles to 6-year-olds. They can't. Stinger missiles should only be given to 18-year-olds. Like, but that's the kind of crap they do when they want to kill a bill. They'll put all sorts of nonsense amendments, and then they'll go back and go, "Oh, you just didn't want to play ball. You guys are nonpartisan." No, Elizabeth, you're a scumbag and a crook. And she's more of a moral crook than any, although she's a crook the way they all are. But she's a moral crook because she commits kind of, I don't know, like, I don't even know what the word to call it is. It's very dirty political tactics where there's no intention of doing a greater good for the American people. There's at no point when Elizabeth was going through there with her black government highlighter did she think, I'm doing the world a service. All she cares about is the Republicans did this. There's no way we're going to let it stand. They're like, well, is there any good in there? I don't care. It's just, I don't care. Any way we can hurt them, anyway. You're just like, okay, whatever, man. But she's not running for re-election, right? So this is it for her.
Yeah.
So this is so she can secure herself a nice, cushy job on the talk circuit, and she can go around and her platform, I promise you, is going to be right next to Jerome Powell. That's the unemployed We Fought Trump platform. And they'll go give their luncheons in the blue states. I'm sure they'll be all over California. You'll be able to pay $10,000 a plate to hear these these oracles of industry, of governance. Can you imagine that dinner? Hey, Brandon, I got us tickets to go to go have breakfast with Elizabeth Warren and Jerome Powell speaking keynote. You in?
Yeah, dude, I'm there, dude.
I would throw.
How much do I pay for those tickets?
I would scoop up my scrambled eggs. Because you're just getting scrambled eggs and avocado toast and it's like some cold crap. Those meals are never worth $10,000. Like, it should be like when you go to a $10,000 luncheon or whatever, it should be some gourmet stuff. And when you open, like, you should have oysters with pearls in them. Pearls. That's how gourmet it should be. That's how awesome it should be. That's not the way it is. Can you imagine being forced to listen to her and just keep a straight face? No. My avocado toast is getting launched across the room. Unfortunately, Jerome's ears are so big that it would probably just magnetize to those suckers. Earmuffs. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, gosh. Anyway, okay, so that's it. I got through that without cussing, so I feel pretty good. All right, what else we got?
Good. The only other thing that I saw that was interesting a little bit yesterday was Tom Lee, a BitMine.
Lee
made an investment. So Tom Lee, the man who's buying all the Ethereums in the world, the biggest ETH holder in the world, diversified his Bitmine fund into Beast Industries. Made a $200 million investment yesterday into Beast Industries. Nobody knows what percentage that is of the company, but I did a little research. I'm guessing it's about 2 to 3% of Beast Industries is my guess. So $200 million investment. Why do you think that he diversified that route? Do you think it will benefit E?
I mean, does Mr. Beast have a stable coin he's going to launch?
Okay, so no, because of the SEC guidelines and stuff like that. Obviously, there's not gonna. He better not launch a stable coin. But I don't. I mean, that would be an absolute nightmare in every way, shape, and form. But I do believe that there could be some legitimate connections to blockchain because Mr. Beast, he used to be in the crypto, but he knows very well with his amount of influence, he can't mention crypto in any way.
Right. Didn't he buy into Aster?
He might have, but I don't think it was public. So the people try to track wallets and stuff, but he's obviously not going to mention that crap. So here's the thing. He controls viewership in the world. He had last month 6 billion views. Of those 6 billion views, 1 billion of them were unique, meaning 1 in every 8 people watch Mr. Beast stuff, which is insane. That doesn't include like his Netflix or his Amazon. Like he has influence and power, which is great. If there's any connection to be had in the future, I think this is an upside move for Ethereum because I know he's not against blockchain technology.
Yeah.
And there could be a positive move towards that relationship going forward for Ethereum.
Wait a minute. Wouldn't it be interesting if the whole deal was Tom Lee said, listen, I'm going to give you this money. You take my money and create a treasury of Ethereum at your company.
Oh, geez. I'm just saying the possibilities are possible. Like, not out of realm that something happens blockchain-wise because he's not a stupid guy. I mean, he believes in crypto. He's a really smart business guy. He knows what's going on. And so,
I mean,
I had originally heard he made a lot of money with crypto.
Other than just like people that are envious or jealous, Mr. Beast's content is good.
It's really good. It's
high quality.
It's high level. Yes.
Dude, they spend a lot of money on production. They're like the new game show, Beast Games or whatever.
Oh, it's clutch.
Do
you watch that, dude?
It's pretty cool.
We watch that with the family every week. Dude, they love that, man. He is good.
Pretty cool.
He is good at keeping your attention.
He seems like a decent dude. Like he takes care of his people. He's like, sometimes you just got to kind of root for people.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys.
Oh, 100%. 100%. No, I'm a fan. I think he, I believe that he believes what he's doing, and I think he does a great job for humanity. So I like this. I like this investment. I think there could be something positive in the future. So we'll see. We'll see.
Denny.
We'll see.
Denny, stop. Denny, where have you been? Where have you been for the last 5 years? Has there ever been a point where we said USDT is safe? Ever? No, my friend. So again, I want you to ask yourself that question. It's not like if you stepped away for a second. The only way you wouldn't know our opinion of Tether is if you stepped away for 5 years. Because any time in the last 5 years, you've asked any of us, do we think Tether is safe? The answer is H, no, mofo. H, effing, S'ing, CSing, BFing, no. Go through that.
HS and BF and CS and no.
Yeah,
no,
and
yes,
that's a lot.
No.
That's the whole book. I just threw the whole book at you. No, Tether's unsafe.
I don't like Tether. I only do USDC. I like USDC. Given what I know and have used, and I feel a little bit better with USDC. I don't know. Call me old-fashioned. Anyway, I like this investment. Okay, so I'm a Mr. Yeah, I'm with you. I think his content is really good. I don't think he goes half level with anything that he does, which that guy's a machine. He's been able to orchestrate some teams and put some teams together that have delivered on every single product that he's done. And he has a lot of reach. So this is a great partnership that I like to see. So I don't know. I'm a fan.
Fans.
Fan of it. Yes, exactly. So
all right.
Anyway, that's pretty much it.
Is on-chain wallet as reputable as MetaMask? Is what on-chain wallet? Denny, where are you getting this shit? You made me cuss. I got through Jerome Powell and Elizabeth Warren, Denny, and you made me cuss. What in the hell are you looking at? Did you just pick up a list of stupid stuff for crypto people that have been in the space for 3 seconds?
Oh, jeez.
Like you act like you're a newbie. Denny, you're not a newbie. Why are you acting like a newbie? RLUSD? Really? Terrence, you just trying to grind my gears?
Well, yeah, that's what Terrence does, man.
I think you guys are just trying to make me angry. Well, it's not going to work because I got my simulator. I'm driving my race car laps. I'm not playing the shooting game anymore. No more murder.
Oh, interesting.
Done. Yep. I spent like a week going through and kind of strategically killing all the people that I thought they might in the back of their mind think that they were better than me. I went ahead and made sure that there's no way they could take their headset off and think that. And so once that was the case, and I felt like I had like strategically like assassinated I was like, I'm done. Unplug, no recharge, finished. So I'm only doing racing games from here on out. No more murder. Did you see that funny meme that was going around? Like, can you believe that people are scared that they might get shot if they for doing something as simple as running over a federal agent?
Oh my gosh. What? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen any of that, no.
I know, Terrence. I know you're just grinding gears. Okay, let's do this. No Kraken added me to their Telegram. Wait a minute. They added you to their Telegram? Kraken? Denny, I don't think that's real. I've done about $10 million of business through Kraken, and they've never added me to their Telegram group. I think you should be very careful that almost everything you're looking at is a scam. I don't think Kraken maintains a Telegram group. It would be too big of a risk for them because people would put risky, scammy stuff in there to get you to click on links. They would say they're admins. They would tell you to download Q Wallet. They would tell you to join DeFi mining. I think we've gotten to the bottom of it. Denny, I'm going to save you losing all of your assets by the time we talk on Monday. Get the F out of that group right now. Shut it down. Get rid of any admins that contacted you. Get rid of any messages that you got from anybody in there. And I think until further notice, you're not allowed to use Telegram. Period. You don't get to use Telegram, Denny, for a week. You're on punishment.
Punishment?
About their 14. All of this is a scam, Denny. You're just on a scam. You're in a scam group. That's all. You're in a scam group. So, Scott, I have one that's a 3 degree of freedom one, but they're building a 6. I'm renting a 3 and they're building a 6. So when the 6 gets here and they get it installed, I'll show you some pictures. I thought about, because we didn't do a stream yesterday because we did our option stream this morning. I thought about yesterday just for an hour, just streaming, just setting up the camera and just showing but I was like, man, you probably get sick to your stomach with that thing bouncing around like that. And it's on a Windows rig. So it's on a PC. So I don't know how to stream that. I don't know how to set up streaming from anyway, whatever. I was going to do that, but I was awesome. Kind to all of you and I didn't do that. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, yeah, you guys, all of these chat groups, whenever someone contacts you, it's a scam. Oh yeah. It's nice. They're really fun. I mean, I can get on, and once because you're just doing time trials, so you're just competing with yourself. And like, you'll drive a lap that's like 1 minute and 1 second. And you'll be like, yay. And you go 1 minute, 1 second, and 600. You'll be like, that was crap. Like, and you realize like, oh, the difference, it's a difference on a 1 minute track of 100th of a second. But you're mad at you're like mad. But it makes you really have to concentrate.
Dude, it looks cool.
Yeah.
And it's pictures, like, looks awesome. Yeah.
You know, you have to also, Brandon, when you drive, do you use 2 feet to drive or 1 foot?
1 foot. If I drive in clutch, I use 2 feet.
Right. With race cars, you use 2 feet also, but you use your left foot is for the brakes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you don't switch feet.
Yeah, my mom always did that. She always hit the brakes and the gas at the same time. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
She's
but
wrecked
that's
more times than I can count.
Yeah, that's not good. She doesn't race car driver. But when you learn how to do it, you're actually when you hit the brakes, then the brakes are alone. But as you come back onto power, as you let off the brakes, you start applying gas, and there is a point where they pass each other by. It's not one or the other.
Yeah. Like a little
and
pulley
that's trail
system,
braking because that gets a car to rotate, right? When you have some braking on and you have some acceleration, it rotates the car versus acceleration would skid the car at certain speeds. And at certain speeds, it would push the car out. You'd have understeer. It's very interesting how a car behaves. Anyway, it's pretty fun. But you learn all that stuff on the simulator because you actually feel it. And in a regular car like we drive, you can't drive fast enough. Well, you get in a wreck. But you can't drive. The only time you feel understeer in a real car is when you're turning, like when it's wet and your car just keeps going forward. You're like, crap, that's understeer, right? It's not steering. And then there's oversteer, where you turn your car and it spins out, right? That's oversteer. You're oversteering. So you only experience these things in a dangerous scenario in real life. Whereas here, you can do it 200,000 times an hour. And so you start realizing, like, just by the feel of how the car, like, and it really trains you on really good behavior. And the proof is I haven't gotten in one wreck since I started driving that simulator 2 days ago.
In the real world, you mean?
That's right. Not one wreck.
Because how many wrecks before?
Also not one. Also not one.
Okay.
But still, depending on what your data set is, if I'm a technical analyst, it's very clear there's a causal relationship between that simulator and me not crashing.
Dang.
Yeah.
I think you are correct. So everybody needs to buy one.
Yeah. Well, if you do want to buy one, let me connect you with the dude. So the first one I was going to buy last year was like 90,000, and they kept being back ordered. I was like, no, I'm out. I found the guy that makes the rigs that these guys buy to then sell to you. So I just jumped the middleman, like in the cartel business. You know, you go ahead of the middleman, you go to the next guy. So I'm with Big Worm now. I'm going to the jungles in Peru now. That's where I get my product. But anyway,
you got a dealer for this. It's like I gotta.
Yeah. So that jump saved me $50,000. Saved. This rig is only like 41,000, the one I'm buying, and it's the full Monty. So anyway, the other one was like 90 plus installation. Anyway, but you can go down a lot less for about 15 or 16K, which would be like 30 or 35. You can get a really nice 3-degree freedom. Like it's pretty awesome. So,
dang.
Yeah.
And
there you go.
You don't wreck after you get it. Ever. You'll never wreck ever again.
Yeah. My friend came over and she was like, within 2 minutes, she was like, I'm sick to my stomach. I was like, okay, stop what you're doing. Get out of the race car.
Dude.
She's like, racing isn't for me. I'm like, well, when's the last time you drove 148 miles an hour? She's like, never. I'm like, that's probably part of it. It's just.
And then you let her
That's very intense. Yeah. What she did is lay down for an hour and then left because she wanted to vomit. Yes. I was like, I guess it's like riding a roller coaster.
Yeah, that would be me. I'd throw up.
No, depends. I don't think
Depends.
you would. What a big part of it is, are your screens static or do they move with the machine? When the screen moves with the machine, you're going to get sick because the screen is not perfectly, you're not perfectly aligned with the thing. But you know what? That's how it would be in a car, right? The car move. It turns out you move with the car, right? The problem is, it's a little bit like a balancing beam. Well, not a balancing beam. What is that? Teeter totter, whatever. Because there's a little wobble in it. It's not directly. It's like if this was kind of a wobbly plank. It's not perfect. So the machine jiggles and you jiggle, but it's not the same jiggle. If you're in a car, it's a perfect jiggle.
Yeah.
Because it's all one thing.
Yeah.
So the rigs that have the TVs as a separate thing, you don't get sick. The ones that the TVs move with the rig, you get sick to your stomach. For those of you that get sick to your stomach. Anyway. All right. Should we get, let's see. You use both in my BMW, one for my wife's Audi. That's cool. Are you doing anything special on your portfolio, Brandon? And if so, should we talk about it behind the wall?
Yes, we should. Let's do it.
Snaps. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here, 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 and here.
Going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow, and manage your portfolio like a pro. Join us now.